All right, another day. But this day is unique. Okay, so first, today is February 27th. It's a Friday, and it's a little bit later in the day. And I didn't go to work today, so I woke up a little bit later, like an hour later than usual. I didn't get up at 2. I got up at 3 today. Well, like around 3:30 today. Okay, so today is different. Let me go back to it. So today is a little bit different because the desire. I do not feel like going on the market, studying for an hour. I could be watching TV or just on social media scrolling. Okay, I would not have to use my brain power and study. And those are days. And I'm documenting these days because it's not always easy to show up. You know what I mean? But this is going to be a reminder for myself that I show up anyways, even when the desire isn't there, because I am a disciplined person. So, usually on Fridays, there is a no trade skill day. This is where my skills accumulate and I put everything together. I usually don't even record, but because I have this desire of not wanting to do this, I'm going to document it. And I promise you, there is no excitement in me, but I'm not going to rush and I'm not going to allow momentum or emotional issues to take me away from what I know I need to do to be consistent. Because I've been doing this for a month, almost two. Cause I started January 1st. I didn't start recording until like maybe like 2 weeks ago, but I'm here. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to look at the chart. This is the current chart of GU. Uh-oh. Let's just take a look at what happened throughout the week. So there was that liquidity sweep there. And when I looked at it yesterday, the market was around here. And then it plateaued for a little bit, for a few hours at the mid range, and then it decided to sell. And then it went to the sell side liquidity. And this is why it's super important to have those steps to see what is a true intention. Now, we still don't have enough to see if the sellers really are in control, especially because it's Friday and the market is going to close. So the market is going to do a lot of wicks historically in smaller moves for today because the market is closing and it will reopen on Sunday. So I'm just looking where it is. It ended up being down here. I wonder why it stopped here. Let's see. Was there an OB that made the market react to it? Okay, we have some reactions towards the bottom of it. So okay, I just wanted to see. Let's take that away. And then I'm going to also prepare for next week, even though next week is my first week with GJ. I still want to make sure that I am aware of GU. So when this happens, or if there is a move that I want to join in, then I can. And honestly, now that I zoomed out of this area, I really do like this liquidity. Exactly. And then my strong displacement, my change direction that happened. So there is a potential move. So this was my displacement. So this is the area of interest that I am looking towards. All right, so I will be back. All I'm going to do is change over the weeks and the time frame to the next week, so I don't have to do that later. So I will be right back. Before I moved on, I did want to see about this because I kept on looking at it. I was like, wait a minute, there's too many good things happening in this setup. So I was like, because I'm a visual person, let's just play it out, let's just mark it up. Everything is there, and I will label this as a B plus setup only because it's at the mid range, which is the danger zone. If it was higher, closer towards the premium zone, that would have been a better location to confirm what I want to see, which is sellers taking over. So let's see. I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the market to come back in this area and then continue going down. And then when I'll know that the sellers are really in control, that it breaks this structure, and I finally have that BOS. But I don't want that BOS to happen until after the market retrace back up and then continue down. So I have this little anchor about my notes about what will invalidate this idea. So I have my notes there, and then this is a cool little anchor, like it's a pin. So you can put your notes in here. You see how many words it is? It's like a lot. But if I have this here, then it will make my chart too wordy and too messy. So that's a little gem for you if you want that. So now I'm going to move this over, clean it up, get it ready for next week, and I will show you what it will look like starting off for next week. Oh, and then also I will put an alert up over here too, like towards the bottom of this box, so I know as soon as it is in that area. Okay, so this is how my chart will look for the next week. I still kept my steps here because this is a non-negotiable. These are the 4 steps that must happen. Then I kept my analysis. It does not have to be a whole story. All I need to know is that this is a B plus setup. So it's not going to, like, if it does like invalidate this OB, well, okay, one, there is a mid-range, it's a danger zone, and I labeled it for a reason. So I'm keeping my mindset aware of that, but I'm also remembering that I already marked up this line, or this area here has other equal highs. But I also want to know where my liquidity was originated from and where is my entry. So as you can see, I've already placed my alert, but you don't see an extra line because I don't want it to be extra stuff on here. So little key tip for the people who don't know this trick, you can just double click your box. Oh wait, right click or double click, because you can see it up here too. So you can right click, it'll look like this. You can enter it here, or just click your box, hit edit alert. You can see that it's already entering your rectangle, and when it pops up on my phone that is there, it will say that it's it's in my entry zone. But I also have a message saying that it's my OB. So I know exactly what the market is doing, even though I won't be on the market. Okay, so I set up everything for next week. It is prepared and ready. So now let's go look at GJ, because GJ is getting my attention next week. I will be practicing on the market and explaining so that I can get comfortable using that vocabulary, be comfortable speaking it and saying the steps out loud. Okay, so as you can see, I did not do this today, but I did do this week, so I can be prepared. Oh, literally, that's the day that I did. Oh, wait, I need to go back to GU real quick, so I can put what week that was. So that was week 3, and that was on Sunday, so I'm looking for my next Sunday. And this shows me just my evidence from the last few weeks. I've been doing this for a month in total. And as you can see, I only keep the most important things, my highs and my lows. Honestly, I wonder why. Oh, because that was entering the market on week 2. But I did forget to add this. I bet you if I go closer, it's a wick. That's why I put it where I put it. Yep. See? That was a wick. All right. Now I can officially go over to the pound. I want to mark that one up too. Oh, I didn't know I could change the color. Let's change it blue. Okay. So clearly I did this on Thursday. So that was yesterday. Oh my goodness. Wow. All right. Real quick, I need to add something about GU real quick. Let me go back. Because I'm really proud of myself. And I didn't take time to really recognize why. Hold on. Okay. So in this example, the reason why I'm so proud of myself is that today I'm really just focusing on maybe 2 to 3 examples. But with this wasn't perfect, but I still recognized it. We had liquidity taken. We had the displacement. We had a structural shift. Okay. Was it the best location? No. Was it a displacement ideal or ideal? Not fully, because usually I'm taught that the displacement should be literally this in this range, but it decided to pull back and then have the displacement. But the thing is, the key is, I saw it, and that's what matters. Because the first time, I didn't need it to look perfect to identify the sequence. This is growth. And then on top of that, I didn't want to show up today. So just imagine if I did not show up today, I would have showed up tomorrow, and tomorrow is my test. So I wasn't going to look at, sorry, my cat is crying. I wasn't going to look at the structure in real time. But I took my time, and now I learned something so much valuable and powerful, that skill is not catching these trades. Skill is recognizing structure in real time. So now that I said that, let's go to GJ. Because that was a sell opportunity, I'm going to find a buy opportunity. Oh, wow. Do you not see what I see? This is basically the same. I mean, I really have to make sure that this is a... Hold on, let me go back. Wow, do I see cohesion between GJ and GU? Yes, I know you see this too. This is basically the same setup. Wow. That's why my mindset is once you learn how to trade, you can trade any pair. It does not matter what the name is, the concepts stay the same. That's why you need the structure. Okay, so I went off camera to see where an equal low is because I'm looking for a buy. We just talked about the sell, so let's look for a buy. And sometimes it may take like 5 minutes to look for it. And so if you guys want to see that process of me looking for an equal high or equal low, just let me know. But just for time's sake, I just went ahead to look for it. All right, so I see these moves right here. Let me expand it. Boom. So far, we had at least 3 good touches. Until here. If I go across, it still have structure here. So that means we found our liquidity. And even though it's not like 1 or 2 candles or a long wick, that does not mean that that's not institutional people or candles. I'm gonna label it as liquidity. And then I'm gonna say the sell side. Now, if that is our liquidity, what's my next one? I'm looking for an displacement. I will say all of this will be my displacement. My change of direction here. I'll put it a little bit above so you can see the line. Because that was the last bullish candle before the move down. Then, if this is my displacement, I'm looking for my last bearish candle, which is here. And then it did wick inside, so it would have hit my entry and then continued. Remember, the BOS is my confirmation. So this was some structure. The market never reached higher. So let's just extend and see if we have a BOS. Boom. We have our BOS, which is our confirmation for our bias. And our bias in this case is looking for a buy. Or just go with the flow with the buyers. And let's just see. How much did it continue going higher? As you can see, our strategy worked. And I promise you, I did not do anything. All I did was look for where are some equal lows or equal high. Well, actually, lows in this case, because I was looking for a sell. Sorry, buy. And I let the strategy, this is the strategy, these are the steps, do what it needs to do. Okay, so I will grade this as a strong B plus / low A minus. The reason being, let me capitalize this, because the location, I'm gonna put that in there too. The location matters. The sweep happens slightly internal before full external execution, basically. So, give me a second. I'm looking for this. There we go. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so the sweep happened slightly internal before, I'll put all caps, before full external exhaustion. Take a picture of that. Awesome. All right. So I hope that we learned something super important. I hope that you will take the mindset of, even if you don't feel like doing or showing up, whatever it is, trading, Spanish, anything that you are trying to grow in and you just don't feel like doing it, but you know that you need to show up so that you can grow, use this video as a reminder. When you do show up, that's when most of the growth will happen. You will be surprised, like, wow, today was a very powerful day. And if I allowed my emotions to dictate showing up or not, then I wouldn't be where I am today. And I'm getting closer and closer to being a profitable trader than not a profitable trader. So just remember, make sure you comment that one thing that you learned today. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that my explanations are clear. You know, this is very new to me. I've been doing this for about a week, but even though it's been a week, it has transformed how I think about the market, how verbal I am, and how I explain things. It's making me more aware. So I hope that this benefits you as much as it benefits me, because honestly, I'm doing this for me, so I can create my own visual catalog. But I don't want to gatekeep anything, especially when I know other people want to learn this skill. So why not learn with me, you know? And whatever you have learned, let me know. I would love to hear it and implement it in my trading as well, so I can become more of a profitable professional trader. So until next time, thank you for watching.